I don't think we have a good sense of that, but certainly the expectations were very low. I think what the President López Obrador wants is the people who are committed to him, who are committed to his party, come out in a show of support and solidarity, and that he seeks to mobilize his base. But I think even those who support López Obrador, it's unclear whether they'll come out and vote, because they know that he's going to remain in office and complete his term in 2024. So I think we should expect a pretty low turnout, and perhaps not reaching the 40% threshold, as the report indicated, to make it binding.
As you mentioned, López Obrador has a history of using referendums as a tool to energise his working class base, but this will be the first time, or is the first time, he's turned the question on himself. Just tell us a bit more about why the president proposed this referendum.
Well, I think first of all, he's a proponent of direct democracy. I think he has ruled without the need of intermediate institutions, that judiciary and other institutions, the electoral authorities. He likes to have direct connection, direct support from the people. That's his concept of democracy. So these kind of referendums, these recall referendums, are, I think, very much consistent with that. Of course, he wanted this in case we have another president that is unpopular. Then this is a mechanism that can be used, and if it's managed correctly, I think it has some validity. But in this context, it really doesn't make any sense, because no one doubts, the opposition doesn't doubt, that López Obrador is very popular. As your report indicated, he has some 60% of support in the country, and so this really is sort of turning the whole concept on its head, and he's taking advantage of it, and he'll take advantage of it whether he wins over 40% or whether it falls short. He'll probably, if it falls short, he'll probably blame the electoral authorities for not doing their part in order to get out the vote, in order to devote resources to this. So either way, I think he's going to do this to shore up his support and to show the country that he's still very popular, that he's legitimate, and this will give him some energy for the next 2 years of his term, and also preparing the ground for 2024, when there'll be elections. And as your report indicated, he wants his party to continue going forward. He has a long-term vision, and so this kind of feeds into that political project.
So are you saying that in either way it's a kind of win-win, that if no one shows up, or if even he loses the vote, it would invite attacks on the electoral system, something that he's always wanted to reform?
Yes, I think that he's been very effective in blaming others if it doesn't reflect well on him, that he doesn't really succeed in what he's pursuing. So I would guess that if he doesn't get the 40% of this very, very low turnout, he's not going to say, well, you know, people don't like me and people didn't come out to vote. That's hard to imagine. He's going to blame the electoral authority for not really fulfilling its own obligation and responsibility, and he'll say the institutions are against me. This is what he's done with the press. This is what he's done with other institutions that have challenged him and that have questioned him. And so I would suspect that he would do the same thing with the independent electoral authority. That, as you said, there's been some strain there. So that, I think, is what he would use that recourse in the event that there's a very low turnout.
Very interesting.